Recently, Gina Rinehart, the richest woman in Australia, who made her riches off exploiting Australia's natural resources, said this at a business gala.
We need to make Australia great again. We need a USA-style DOGE.
And you know, the craziest coincidence happened. Just after Gina says the word, Peter Dutton announces his Trump-inspired Department of Government Efficiency. Gina's wish is Dutton's command. And if that wasn't bad enough, guess who he's put in charge? Jacinta Price. And yes, that's the same Jacinta Price who said that her political idol is Margaret Thatcher. Now, if you're under 40 and also not British, you might be asking, who the hell is Margaret Thatcher? Well, she was the British Prime Minister back in the 1980s. Trust me, if you ask anyone from a working class background in the UK what her policies did to their communities, you'll get a whole lot of...
I put a stake through her heart and garlic round her neck to make sure she never come back.
Ruin the community, ruin families.
Every pub and club shut, and she did it.
Margaret Thatcher basically sold off all of Britain's public infrastructure to the highest bidder, basically screwing over the entire population. Everything from the railways, gas, water, steel, telecoms, you name it. If it moved, she sold it. And what happened to the quality of those things? Well, they went down the shitter. And the cost? Well, that went through the roof. Figures like Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan were the origin of this government efficiency idea, basically just privatizing everything for a quick buck. It was never about the interests of working people. It was about profits. She did not give a damn if the rest of the country suffered, as long as her and her rich mates got a little bit richer. And guess what? Peter Dutton and Jacinta Price want to bring that kind of thinking to Australia. Here's the problem with the Department of Efficiency. It is not about making things better for us. It is about letting private corporations and big business carve up public services. Who's going to lose from this? You. The young, the old, the vulnerable. Pretty much anyone who doesn't have millions in the bank. So guys, we really need to ask ourselves here, do we want Australia to follow in Margaret Thatcher's footsteps? More cuts, more privatization, more costs for everyone except the ultra rich? Or do we want a country where everyone has a fair go? Think about it, because the choices being made in the interest of the few at the expense of the many will shape your future. We really deserve better here than Peter Dutton.